So if you have a voltage, a strain, or a sound and vibration FieldDAQ device, and you want to connect to your sensor, there's a couple of ways that you can do that. So first way is buy one of these cables, which is an A-coated M12 to pigtail cable, and you would simply connect up to your FieldDAQ device with your input channel on this end. And then this other end, the pigtail end, would be out to your sensor, and you would have to cable that up in such a way that the connection would be IP67. So you want to do something with these loose ends. The second way is if, let's say, you have a sensor on this end and you want to cable directly to the FieldDAQ device. You would need something to adapt the ends to that M12 port. In that case, you would use something called a field serviceable connector, and that looks like this. So I'll show you what's on the inside, and you'll also need one of these handy dandy tiny screwdrivers for screwing in your wires to the screw terminals. Now I'll go ahead and disassemble it so you know exactly what's inside, and we'll go ahead and see what it looks like to assemble it yourself. Okay, almost there. There's a little ring in here that I want to get out too to show you. Make sure you don't miss it. There you go. All right, so that's the inside. And much like we wired the free end or the pigtail end of our power cable to one of the power cable connectors, you'll do the same thing here. So first, before you connect your wire to the end with where the M12 is, you're going to put on every component but backwards. So fit every lead here through every component, starting with the end. Next, we've got our white one here. Got our ring. And these components are going to make it an IP67 connection. So once you screw everything down, it's going to squeeze the wires so that water and dust and everything else can't get in. Now the gauge of the wire that you're running through one of these things has to be a certain thickness in order for it to have that rating. So it has to be, I think, between 6 millimeters and 8 millimeters, which this cable is. So you would screw everything in together and then go ahead and wire your leads to the correct corresponding positions in this end. And I've actually already done that, so I'll show you what it looks like at the end. And this is what you should get at the end. Got a nice connection here, and now we're ready to connect it to our analog input channel. Nice, sturdy, robust IP67 connection. That's what it looks like from the side. And go ahead, if you got a wrench, and tighten it down just a little bit more to have that good seal. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.